Jason&Jabari.
What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason and Jabari Gaming, and today I have a special war for you guys. Today we're up against SAS, and yeah, man, I'm in LVT and we're not pushing this war. However, I do want to give you guys a treat, man. I wanted to bring in Kang. I had brought in Kang in the previous war, and he cooked. He absolutely cooked. I'm not gonna say all that happened because I want you guys to let me know if you want to see that war. It didn't go as expected because of a certain reason, but he did do some interesting fights. So if I get enough requests for that, I'll release that on a separate video. But first up, we're going to be starting off on path 6. I am going to boost up. I'm going to take this war very seriously, just like a serious war. I end up taking, I think, 8 fights. One of them was a terrible idea. That's a terrible idea. We'll get to it when we get to it. But the first up is we have a tactic defender, Storm, on path 6. We'll be taking path 6 up, and then we'll grab some minis. All right, so the idea here is you want to start off with a power start 1, and this is basically power control. You want to get to your 2 bars of power. Kang's special 2 will completely drain the opponent. Yeah, man, so that's pretty much what you want to do. With the Apox synergy, he ramps up. He gains a fury buff every 4 seconds up to 20 furies. So in 2 minutes he'll be fully ramped up. Yeah, man, that's GG's. He hits really hard. It's a basic concept, but he is my favorite champion for a reason. He's been my favorite champion for a very long time. Next up, we have this Mysterio. That's a rank 2 7-star Mysterio. We're going to do the same thing. We still have that same power start 1. We haven't healed back up. We will use some health pots at some point, but not just yet. So again, we want to stop just shy so we ensure we get to 2 bars of power. Then we want to fire it off. We're going to drain them. We're going to gain power. I am running power backs, which gives me power back. So this is a basic loop that I normally get my opponents in. And now that we're having strikers, that gives me even more hits in order to build back up to my special 2. So with Kang, this cycle is very feasible. And yeah, man, we're taking some blocked hits. I'm assuming this guy's running block penetration because his Mysterio was hitting pretty hard, but we ensure we get back to 2 bars of power. But before we can launch it, he's out of there. So that was about 45-second fight. Not too bad, man. Next up, we got Dreamin'. Shout out to the boy Dreamin'. Hope you're doing well. He got a rank 2 Duke Bishop. That's a 7-star. So we still have the same power back, by the way, because our fights were that fast. So we had 13 seconds and I just rushed in there, so I didn't heal up or anything, of course. And it's the same concept. We're just going to go ahead and make sure that we get to 2 bars of power, which we do. And then we're going to go ahead and launch our special 2, which is going to completely drain him. And it gave us 1 full bar of power back. So we get back to our special 2 really quickly, and then we launch that one off. And that gives us like a little bit over a bar and a half back. So now we're at 2 bars. We throw off the striker into another combo, which that should finish him off, I believe. And if not, oh yeah, it didn't finish him off, which actually was surprising, but a basic combos finish him on off. Next up, we have this Joe Fixit, who is another tactic defender. So I think Mysterio has been the only non-tactic defender. And it's on this one where you're not supposed to dex their specials or something like that, something or another, where they gain prowess. It really won't matter, and the reason why it's not going to matter is because I'm not going to give them the opportunity to throw his special. Much like OGV, that's the idea here with these tactic defenders. You don't even want them to have the opportunity to throw their specials. There I slipped up a bit. I don't know. I think I got sidetracked for just a second, so I had to back up to not get hit. But you saw we threw off the special 2 to drain them again, and we're right back to our next special 2 after this combo, which we're going to release again. And we have not fully ramped up yet. I don't know if we ramp fully up on any of our fights, but he's going to start hitting very, very hard, and we do have some interesting fights coming up. So once again, we throw out the relic into a special 2 for game, and that was another about 45-second fight, give or take, and that was another rank 2 duped 7-star. So we are punching up, guys. We are punching up. Now we got a rank 3 7-star duped Sassy, and this fight did not go this fight did not go as expected. Okay, so basically I was relying on the power drain. I shout out to the boy E Strong for giving me the wax pre-fights that he did. He knew my plan and he absolutely helped me execute. But with the wax pre-fight, we're able to knock him down to get that passive fury, plus we're able to parry him. So that's what we're gonna do. My initial thought was I could power drain him, and you guys are gonna see that I can't power drain him. There's a special 2, nope, doesn't work because it's a debuff, and I'm like, oh, this is not good. So at this point I'm like, okay, well, maybe that was because I had knocked him down, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So this time I'm not going to knock him down. I'm just going to throw off the special 2. That should drain him, right? No, it does not. So I'm like, oh, this is really bad. So now we're going to have to change up our strategy. This is a rank 3 Sasquatch, by the way, guys. Rank 3 Sasquatch. And yeah, we can't power drain him. So we're gonna have to just straight up fight this dude. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Kids, don't try this at home. So I'm in the corner. I'm like, oh crap. We're gonna have to bait out a lot of special 2s, and he doesn't lose all of his power on this node. I remember this. I've taken Sassy here with Spider-Man Stealth. I've taken him with Onslaught, and I've taken him with Human Torch. So I'm very familiar with fighting Sasquatch here. So I go to my special 3 after I knock him down. Note that, and look how much damage the special 3 does. Remember, guys, we have our own set of Furies that we're gaining as well. And I knew that wasn't going to push him to 3 bars of power. We do have a invulnerability boost on. However, if you push him into his special 3, he'll go into Wrath of Tanarak, and you will be in the corner while he is spamming special 2s over and over. That's how that works. So I'm like, I don't want no part of that. So we're just casually, you know, kind of knocking him on back. He's back in Wrath. We get an intercept there real quick. Yeah, I get ready to throw off my special 3. It does not do a lot of damage at all this time, but it was going to reset to put us back in the middle of the stage, and it was not going to push him red. I knew those two things. It came close. We came close twice, but so far we're doing okay. So I'm going to hit him again a couple times, see how much power he's gaining. The good thing about the Kang synergy, guys, is the buffs are permanent, and so is his armor break. That's permanent. So the only way to get rid of those is if the champion nullifies them or something like that. But you never have to worry about Mystic champions when it comes to Mystic Dispersion. And fortunately, we take down a rank 3 Sassy boy on that mini boss. I probably will never get assigned that fight. But you know, I thought that was pretty awesome. Next, we have a rank 3 7-star Overseer, guys. So we're punching up, guys, and this is on Mini Island. So the deal with this node is if you don't heavy them or throw off a special when you have 1 bar of power, you're going to be faltered. Now, I knew that going in, and I go with a power start 1 because once again, we want to get him back into that cycle. The only thing we have to do this time is pay attention to when his buff expires, which is that vigilant purple buff that you see next to his little green icon there under Overseer. When that expires, which it just did right now, now we have 4 seconds to heavy him, which we do, and now he is faltered instead of us. If we would have let that falter expire on us, we would have been in trouble. but so far we're doing good. We get back up to a bar of power, so he gains the vigilance buff again. We use the striker into the next special 2, and once again we're gonna go ahead and heavy him because we did have that timer on us. He has another vigilance buff because we gained another bar of power, so you really got to pay attention to this fight. But Kang actually works very well for this fight. He has faltered again because we got the heavy knockdown. We're going to go into the striker once again, and then we're going to build our way up to 2 bars of powers just barely. We throw that off, and once again we're going to have to heavy. We do. So we're trying to build our way back up to another special. We tap him once, a little love tap there, and then we tap him again and he goes down. So that was awesome. Now I edited out the bullseye fight because I forgot about brute force, and I had to go in with APOC like, I don't know, 10 times. Even E Strong went in once with his core vision fully ramped up. It was not a good time. Don't try that at home. That is a bad idea. But here we have a Onslaught, Ascended Onslaught boss, and we're gonna take him with Kang. The boy E Strong put on the Wags, and I put on the War Machine pre-fights, the energy resistance and stuff like that. And we're gonna go in with a Power Star 1. And yeah, man, the idea to take this fight is the same as it's been. We don't want to let him throw a special, but that's easier said than done. The power that we're going to be gaining back is not going to be adequate compared to path fights and even mini bosses, because we're not going to do the amount of damage. It's based off a percentage of damage that you deal. So right now I'm stalling. We have 3 Fury buffs. I'm trying to at least have 5 before I throw off my special 2. I did take this fight earlier last war, but again, if you guys want to see that war, I will absolutely show it to you and tell you what happened. But now we're going to get some intercepts off. We almost are basically at 2 bars of power once again. We get to the striker, we throw that off. We're going to just get to our 2nd bar of power. We're going to throw that off. Now we're at 8 Furies. Now we're going to get some intercepts going, and we're going to get some draft back intercepts going, and that's pretty much going to be what we're going to do here for as long as we can. We throw off another special, 103k crit, guys, on the 2nd hit. On the 2nd hit, 103k crit. We go into the striker, which definitely helps us push back to another special 2. We're going to toss it off, and he's almost down. He's down to 13%. But he was being a little passive there. He didn't play into me. I go ahead and get a nice little combo, but he's still, once again, he's being a little passive. So I'm like, okay, let me just take my time. We have nothing but time. I go into the special 1 for a 73k crit for game. GG's, man. So let me know how you guys thought about that. Like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see that other war. Peace.